So here we are, day one. We're in Dubai, and here is the lovely Jewel of the Seas. How beautiful is she? Stay tuned. So here we are, day one. We're in Dubai and we're at Port Rashid, about to embark on Jewel of the Seas for our 14-night cruise around the Emirates. So here we are, just checking in, and it's a lovely checking in area. So here we are in the departure lounge at Dubai Cruise Port Said, and I just thought I'd show you an absolute magnificent sculpture of a horse. How fantastic is that? Huh? How long did that take? How beautiful is that? Stay tuned. So here we are, day one. We're in Dubai, and here is the lovely Jewel of the Seas. How beautiful is she? Stay tuned. Okay, so here we are, it's day one and we're in our stateroom. It's a balcony stateroom, and just going to give you a quick little tour. Now, first thing is on here you can see some very useful information in terms of what to do in an emergency. So what that says is about the muster station, where exactly you need to muster. Our muster station is W13, and it tells you exactly how to get there and the route you take, and it's on deck 6, so that's really quite useful. It also shares with you information about how to put on your life jacket, but I don't think we're going to be expecting to use that. We'll do the muster a little bit later on, but first of all what I'd like to do is just share with you the bathroom. It's not massively big, but it's functional, and there's some storage behind the windows, behind the mirrors around there, obviously the loo, and it's got a nice all enclosed shower, which is all very nice, all very useful. As I say, not particularly big, but functional nevertheless. And when we go out from here, we can go into the rest of the stateroom. So here we are on the right hand side, and there is plenty of storage space. There's a little fridge down in here, obviously drawer space. And then when we arrive, we actually get a few free gifts from Royal Caribbean, given that we're past cruisers and we've got high status on the Crown and Anchor program. So a nice bottle of wine and bottles of water, etc. And I think some cookies here as well, so that's all very good. And then lots of information regarding the cruise that we're on, and this is a 7-night cruise around Dubai in the Emirates. And then every day on board they'll deliver us a cruise compass, and it will tell us about all of the things that are going on the ship, and what time for dining, etc, etc, and things and activities that will be happening later on during the cruise. So we go further along and we've got a nice widescreen TV and a nice little safe to put our valuables, and if I spin around to the right, a nice king size bed and a nice little couch, 2-seater couch and table. So that's all very good, nicely decorated for the age of this particular ship. It's all very nice. So there we are. So and then as we go through to the balcony, and we can get onto the balcony like this, and here we are outside. So a table and 2 chairs and a lounger, which is all very nice. A balcony that's also got some shade, so that'll be lovely during the midday, or if we're at sea and we're out on the balcony, that's good. So I'll take you out and show you how big that is. So yeah, quite a nice sized balcony. And then of course here we are in Dubai, and here is Port Rashid and the Dubai skyline over the other side of the port. And so that's the room tour, and we'll see you soon. Stay tuned. Well, good morning cruise fans, here we are on the lovely Jewel of the Seas, and today we're going to do a bit of a ship tour for you. So we're going to start today on floor 4, and here we are, it's the main Centrum, and on the right hand side there you can see the customer services area. Now there's nobody there at this moment in time because it's looking after people during the day, but it's quite early in the morning at the moment. It's just after 6, so obviously no customers, so it's all a little bit closed down, but it doubles up as a shore excursions desk, which is here, where you can come and get yourself some shore excursions. Now the cruise line offers a number of different shore excursions depending on what port you're in. Most information can be found here in these pamphlets about all the excursions that are available in every port, and so you can come down here, you can book them, they can go straight onto your SeaPass card, onto your account, so you don't need cash or anything like that, or you can choose to go off and do your excursions on your own. So that's never a problem. Of course, cruise line excursions are guaranteed that you will have the ship back at the port when you finish your excursion. If you choose to obviously to go off on your own, then of course you need to make sure that you're back on time. But anyway, so here we are, and so this is the customer services desk, and this is where any problems that you might have on board will be dealt with appropriately and to your satisfaction. So, and as we go a little bit further around, there's obviously various seating areas here. If you want to send any post office mail, you can pop it in the box there, send letters to your loved ones, etc. And the Centrum itself is quite nice. Obviously some background music here, but they've currently still got it decked out with the Christmas tree and the Christmas decorations. It's the 9th of January 2020 today, so, but they do various pieces of entertainment here in the evenings. This is a little hub for information, and as we go round you can see that the Centrum goes over floors 4 to 10. So how nice is that? So that's the Centrum, and you can get access to the Centrum via the stairs and via the lifts, which are here to my left and to the right. And there's a lovely little bar here as well, which is always popular, and some nice seating around, so that's quite pleasant. So that's the Centrum, and on each floor you will see one of these ship schematics, and here you can see that we're on floor 4, and at every point you can see what is available, where you are. The red dot will indicate where you are on the ship, and you can find out what's on what floor, both forward and aft, by looking at this schematic. So they're very, very useful. They're really, really useful. Also, usually by the lifts you will see a little schematic here. Not entirely interactive schematics, but again it will give you an idea of what floor and what the major activity is on each floor. So just to the right of the lifts on floor 4 by the atrium is actually Royal Caribbean Online. So you can come down here if you've got some computer work to do, or you need some emails and you don't have a smartphone. You can come down here, log on, get access to the internet, and use that for all of your internet needs. And another little side view of the bar that's set up here on 4. So that's the Centrum on floor 4. So on floor 4 as well, and 5, we have the Tides dining room, and this is where the main dining occurs on board ship, unless you happen to be taking one of the cruise line's upgraded restaurants. That might be Giovanni's, or it might be Chops Grill, etc. But we can just take a quick look in here this morning, and of course it's not open yet, and the guys will be in here shortly setting up for the breakfast service. We're at sea today, so there will be a breakfast service in here this morning, and so it's a lovely restaurant. Spans deck 4 and deck 5, and you'll see shortly that they set up the centre area for the breakfast service, so you can get yourself a buffet style breakfast in the morning. Various fruits and cereals and all the usual breakfast items, hot buffet items and toast on the back, etc, etc. And of course they're still setting it up, so you'll not see too much in the way of detail. We'll go up to the Windjammer in a little while and I'll do some filming up there. As you can see, it's a fantastic looking restaurant, nicely decorated, spanning over floor 4 and floor 5. So how about that? So we'll go on a little bit more and you'll see the rest of the restaurant, and then a really lovely centerpiece with the piano, and from time to time we have the pianist come in and play, and a rather nice water feature you can see here, which is quite pleasant. People like to come and take photographs here, and as we're near the stairwell we'll go up to 5 and we'll show you deck 5. As I said, it spans over 2 floors. So here is deck 5 of the dining room. And a lovely view onto deck 4 as well. And so that's Tide's dining room, and we'll go back out into floor 5 now and share some more. Stay tuned. So that's the Tide's dining room, and as we go through the doors you can see at most entry and exit points for dining rooms and lifts, etc. you'll always see a hand sanitizing station to keep your hands clean, to help you have a happy and healthy cruise. So, and as we go upstairs, we also find on the stairwell some lovely pieces of art. On each stairwell there's always something for you to look at as you go up. In this case, some lovely pictures and some sculptures. Always very, very pleasant. And again, always find that the Royal Caribbean ships are decked out really, really nicely with lovely pieces of art. So as we go, you'll see the view over the balcony here on deck 5, and this is looking back into the atrium. And there's the other entry to Tide's dining room, which is here. And so, on deck 5 then, as we proceed, this is the next cruise area where you can get yourself a new cruise. If you like it, you're liking the one that you're experiencing right now, if you like the type and style of the ship that I'm sharing with you, then you can come here on next cruise and you can get yourself a great deal. They usually have some great offers on, usually put information out for customers in terms of what's going on in terms of future cruises and what deals there might be, which is all very, very good. And you can come down here and you can make an appointment with the next cruise team, and they will search for and book you another cruise with Royal Caribbean according to your timeline, according to your pocket. So whilst you're on board, you can come down here and book your next cruise vacation. So that's the next cruise area. As we move on then, there's always lots and lots of nice seating around on each of the deck around the atrium, and here we have a coffee bar. Now the coffee bar, they make some great coffees here. It's fresh bean coffee, some lattes, cappuccinos, etc, etc, and always plenty of little snacks for you to amuse yourself of. Cookies and light breakfast items in the mornings, and then as you go through the afternoon, other nice scrummy items. And then of course as you go around further, again some nice artworks on the walls. They've got a lovely little Christmas display here that they've had up. We've been on board Jewel of the Seas now over the last couple of weeks, and this is a lovely little Christmas display that they've put in, and plenty of things on here for the festivities. If you want to hire a tuxedo while you're on board, you can do that. You can go through guest services and you can hire yourself a tux. And then we can go into this side of the shops area, and as you can see, a number of displays sharing some of the goods that they have in here, you know, scents and perfumes, etc. And this first store on the left hand side, it will show what the hours of operation are. And this one is Solera, and as you'll be able to see inside, a variety of skincare, skin products for ladies, perfumes, aftershaves, etc, etc. And if you have anything you need in terms of bathing or after sun, then this is where you can get it. So that's Solera. And as we come further round, further round, you can see the shop. Now this one is essentially the branded goods shop for Royal Caribbean. So you can pick up a whole bunch of branded items like backpacks and soft toys and cups and flasks, etc. T-shirts. This is the shop, and inside, as you'll be able to see, sunglasses and t-shirts and polo shirts and dresses and swimwear and the like. So that's the shop. What you'll also find out here is an open central area where typically they will have their sales. So each day, each night, you will see a whole bunch of goods piled up on the display areas here. It might be watches, it might be jewellery, it might be soft goods, clothing, etc. But they will typically use this as the area for doing sales as well. On my left is the alcohol store. So again, you can go in here. This is called Port Merchant, and you can go in here and you can see a number of nice goods, alcoholic goods, cigarettes, tobacco, etc. Also, this store is quite good in terms of if there are little things that perhaps you might have forgotten when you pack for your cruise. You can usually pick them up there, you know, painkillers, sewing kits, batteries, walkie-talkies, that sort of stuff. So that's quite good. And nice displays of handbags, etc, etc for the ladies. If we just go to the right now, and you'll be able to see in here, this is the jewellery store, and as you can see in there, that's where the real stuff is in terms of jewellery, in terms of watches, in terms of gold and silver and platinum, and some very, very nice items always on display to give you a flavour of what's available in the store. Okay, so that's the jewellery store. It's called Regalia, and again, as you can see, a variety of different things. And also on this side, you're able to see branded goods like handbags and purses and ladies' items, you know, ladies' clothing, etc, etc. So that's Regalia. And as we go further down, again, display cabinets of various things here. We've got some nice watches of varying brands, and on the left hand side we have items for the ladies, handbags, etc, etc. So that is the shopping area. I'll try and show you a little bit more detail of it later on in the cruise, but I hope that suffices for now in terms of the shopping area, what you might experience on board. So here we have the conferencing area and the photo gallery. Some nice bits of art decoration here, but as we go into here, obviously if you have any conferencing needs, if you want to do meets and greets or you want to get together with folks, and whilst you're on board you can do that. And then also photo galleries, so as you enjoy your cruise, from time to time the photo team will come around and they will take photos of you at dinner, etc. Well, this is where you'll be able to find those photographs, usually pinned up, and a variety of photo goods like cameras and GoPros and a variety of different items to help you with your photographic needs. And as you can see, a whole bunch of photo accessories, waterproof pouches and batteries and memory cards and the like, and a variety of different photo brands, as you can see here, in terms of the sum of items. Now you won't see them because they won't be on display now, they're actually in those display cabinets, but it gives an example of the sorts of products that you can get. So that's the photographic area, and then also, and there's not much here at the moment, but we also have an art gallery on board, Park West, where you can pick yourself up some very nice art if that's what you like. If you like to collect nice pieces of art, then this is where you can come. The team here will sort you out with a particular artist that you may have a favour for, and from time to time they will do art auctions, invite you up and give you some champagne. So that's Park West. So also on deck 5 is obviously one of the outside decks, and this outside deck is as on some of the other ships on deck 4, this one is on deck 5, and you can come out here and It's quite dark at the moment, sun's not come up just yet. It's a little 25 to 7 in the morning. Sun will be coming out shortly, and as I mentioned, we are at sea today, so I won't take you all the way down here, but it's a nice outside deck, and you can go all the way around the ship on this deck, and it will take you up to the bow of the ship and the stern, so you can see out during the day. And it's quite a nice little area for coming out and relaxing. If you want to stay out of the sun but still want to be outside, then there's usually a side of the ship where it's in shadow, so that's quite nice. It's quite cool, and a nice place to be if you just want to relax. So that was deck 5. I'm just going to go upstairs now to deck 6. Again, some lovely artworks. Again, some lovely artworks on here, up each of the stairwells. And here's the, again, entrance into the theatre. An indication of the people that will be on here. And so we'll just go through now quite quickly. This is deck 6 now, and here we have the cinema, so they actually show films while we're on here, so you can go in the cinema and watch a film. So there we go, there's seating for around, I'd say about 50 people. About 50 people, so you can come in here if there's a specific film you'd like to watch, then this is where they'll show it. So that's the cinema on deck 6. And so as we proceed, here is a sports bar, and this is quite nice if you're into your football, if you're into your soccer, your baseball. You can come in here and you can watch Sky, you can watch NBC Sports, etc. And as you can see, there's some games that are being televised at the moment, but this is not quite a nice bar for the sports-minded sports fan. You can come in, have a few drinks, and you can watch your favourite sport team play on the TV if you are lucky. If they have that showing, then that's great news. So that's the sports bar, and then we'll take a quick walk through the Casino Royal. I'm not sure that we should be filming in here, but nevertheless I'll take a quick walk through. And as you can see, on both sides there's usually a desk here where you can, if you've got any questions, there's usually a casino host here that will help you out with any questions. And of course the ubiquitous slot machines everywhere. Now they don't turn these off because it takes an awful lot for them to reboot them every day, so whilst you might think there's an awful lot of electricity being utilised here when the casino is closed, actually it's much more cost effective to leave them on. But of course it's a traditional casino, so you can see that you'll have roulette, and you can play single deck blackjack, and blackjack tables, and Texas Hold'em, and there's a craps table in the back, over in the back there. You can play Texas Hold'em here, you can play 3-card poker. There's a craps table in the back there as well. And this is sometimes a smoking area. They try to split it, smoking and non-smoking, but it doesn't quite work. A variety of roulette tables, etc. And of course more slot machines. And they also have a really nice bar here, so the guys set this place up in the evening, and it's a nice bar area, so if you happen to be in the casino or passing through, you can get yourself a drink. So that's always quite good, and it's quite a nice place for a little bit of entertainment if that's what you would like. Okay, so that's Casino Royale. And we've got an external balcony this time on this cruise, so it's triangular. We're on the 8th floor, and there's a lovely view of the side of the ship as we're under steam, and a beautiful sunset. How lovely is that? So that brings us to the end of part 1 of the full ship tour on the lovely Jewel of the Seas. We hope you like the video so far, hope it's informative. If you do, please like and subscribe to Ray and Sue's travel channel. And part 2 of the ship tour is coming up right away.